So I wanted to share a little bit with you about what it is about these mourning doves that we love so much here. We have a kind of a routine with them now. They have found this spot on our patio that they like to live. It is right up there. Let's see if you can see it. You see the nest up there? Yep, that's their spot. And so currently we are in the third series of these guys over the course of the last, I don't know, like 3 months maybe. One batch moves in, then they move out. Another batch moves in, then they move out. Another batch moves in. So these ones that are here right now are the third batch this summer. And the babies are just now getting to that point where they're probably going to be out of here any day. But what's really cool about this whole process is that, especially if you don't have pets, when you have them like on your patio, it kind of feels like you have pets. And so we're very like invested in the process of their life. Basically, the way that it works is the two couple, the male and the female, they scout a spot, and I don't know if the mourning doves have some kind of like secret language that they communicate to each other that this patio is a great spot or not, but they seem to keep coming back, and so it's fantastic because to us it kind of feels like pets, you know. So anyways, they find this spot. They then the female sits in the nest for it's about 3 weeks while the eggs are getting ready to hatch. Then when the eggs hatch, it's about another 3 weeks for the babies to grow up and move on out. But it is a very predictable process, which is kind of cool. Which is why I feel like at this point we're kind of like experts now on how they grow up. At first, the first like pretty much 2 weeks, they don't even really leave the nest, the babies. So they're kind of completely reliant on the parents. And we've done some research on this, and one parent stays during the day with them while the other one is out, kind of like foraging for food. They have this thing, it's called crop milk, that they feed the babies with, and crop milk is it's from a part of their esophagus, is the crop, it's called. And it's high in protein and it's high in fat, and so it actually nourishes the babies and helps them grow and kind of get big and strong, which is they grow up pretty quickly. I mean, they were just here. Unfortunately, I scared them off, which I really try not to do. We like to try and give them their space. There's one of the babies now. You see him right there? So they're finally getting out of the nest. But I thought they were out getting dinner. So, but anyways, in about 3 weeks, they are usually pretty much ready to go. But it is the cutest thing because the two babies almost always stick side by side. I've got some pictures of these current ones in the last batches to see. I'm gonna see if I can kind of put them in here, here and there, kind of thing. But they grow up in the nest right next to each other, and they're in there with each other, like, you know, it's a finite space. But then even once they start to branch out, for the first like probably 7 days, they still sit side by side. And so our patio right here, I don't know if you can see it, is kind of like their jam. Like the last group, they loved like sitting here on these chairs, on those chairs, and then they'll sit there for like 3 or 4 hours, and then they bounced over here, and then they sat here for 3 or 4 hours. And I like to do yoga in the morning right in there, and so sometimes I can peek out that window and see the little guy sitting right there, and it's so cute. And I've got a picture of it, so I'm gonna see if I can interject that. But they were sitting right there, and that's the last batch. So anyways, it's just kind of cool having them around. I just wanted to share this because I feel that birds are so often overlooked. And when you're up close and personal like this, watching them grow and watching how hard the parents work to have their kids survive, it really strikes a chord with you. And I think it's a really special thing. And, you know, when you think about like all the birds out there, to know what they went through to get to this point in their life, it really speaks to their survival instincts, because it's difficult. I mean, there's like quite a few predators out there, and, you know, they just have this inherent thing in them that keeps them protecting themselves. So think that that's really impressive. But we do get invested in the story of their growth and their survival and their success. And quite frankly, it isn't always pretty. There have been a couple times over the last couple years where one or two of them haven't survived, and I have to tell you, it's really sad to see that, and that's not fun. So, oh, I just heard one. She thinks she's coming back. But anyways, I just think that if you have birds in your yard, I would recommend, just being appreciative of that, because it's just such a beautiful thing to watch. I try and give them their space, and oh, there she is. She's back. I don't know if you can see her. She's over on the, let's see if I can do this real quick. You see? That is one of the babies. Yeah, because they're ready to come back and kind of start nestling in for the night. They're not quite ready to be out on their own yet. So if she's there, that means that the other ones are pretty close by. So, and it's getting just before nighttime, like nightfall, so they should be back pretty soon. But anyways, yeah, so it's just a real cool thing to see. Mourning doves are known for being really good parents because they do take care of their young so much. And watching it firsthand, it's a real neat thing to see, because they really care for them. And it's not easy. I mean, they're trying to, there have been some days where it's been like super windy out here, and it's like, I'm just hoping that those little babies can hold on in there, because they're up, what is it, 12-15 feet, and the mom's worried, she's got to take care of her kids, and maybe the dad's out there getting the water and the food, and to make the crop milk. So it's a real neat thing to see. It's a real neat process. The mourning doves, they're all over Arizona, so it's really cool to see them. You'll see them kind of all over the place. Oh, there's one right there. She just flew off. I don't know if you can see her. So, yeah. So we're very happy to have them around. But I just wanted to share this story because I've been putting up these video clips these last couple days. I'm kind of chronicling the progress of this current batch that we have here right now. They're getting close to moving on, but like my friends and family, like I feel like I tell these stories to them all the time, and I was thinking, like, I bet there are other people out there that would find this interesting. I find it interesting, and so I just wanted to share that. But if you have any special stories that you'd like to share about birds in your neighborhood or in your yard, please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear it. I'm sure others would too. There's a big bird watching community in Arizona, Tucson, and Phoenix. Some really fantastic places to bird watch. It just so happens that we've got a yard that is essentially like a bird sanctuary. Let's see if you can kind of see it. They're kind of all over the place, and I'm sure you're hearing them right now. And so we love having them around. But yeah, feel free to share your stories. I just think that they're really special, and oh, there's a cardinal. And I'm grateful that you're interested in them too. And here's to the happiness and success of many more mourning doves and other birds around in Arizona and wherever you are too. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening, and have yourself an awesome, wonderful day.